Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our math class for today, which is about picture graph and bar graphs. For today, let's start with the vocabulary words. We have represent. Represent. Can you say that? Represent.
Represent.
In Thai.
Can.
Next is quantity.
Quantity.
Quantity means.
ปริมาณ
ปริมาณ
Next is collect.
collect
Collect means.
เก็บรวบรวม
เก็บรวบรวม
Okay, now when we say represent, it means you are representing, you are standing for another object or for another person. Like, for example, I represent grade 3/4. It means I am the one showing off as a representative for 3/4. Or maybe the picture is representing a number. A picture is representing a real object. Next, when you say quantity, you are talking about the numbers. How many are there? Next is collect. When you say collect, you gather. You pick them up, or maybe you buy them and then you keep them. And then you have more and more and more of them. You collect. Like, for example, you collect seashells by the seashore. Or maybe you collect Pokemon cards. It means you buy Pokemon cards and then you buy again until you have a lot. Right? Okay. Now, our topic for today is about picture graphs. Picture
ไม่ใช่ตลาด
graphs. Okay.
อ๋อแผ่นภูมิรูปภาพ
Okay. Now, when you say picture graphs, what do we mean? First, what is a graph? A graph is used to show information or data. Sometimes people read this as data. Data or data, they are both correct. Okay? Maybe you will hear data or maybe data. A graph is used to show information or data using pictures or images. When you say graph, it is something that is like a table, not a table for eating or for writing, okay? It is like a picture, it's like a chart, and then showing you the number or the quantity of things, or maybe showing you how many people, how many objects are there. Okay, there are many kinds of graph. Later we'll be discussing about them. Okay, in your book, we only have two examples of graphs, two kinds of graphs. We have the picture graph and the bar graph. But actually, there are many. There are pie graph. Do you know pie chart? Pie, the one that looks like a pizza. And
What?
it looks like a pizza, like in fraction, like this.
Oh, I know.
Yes, I'll show you first. Pie graph.
I know.
Yes, like this. This one is also a graph. It's called a pie graph. Okay. Now, another one is the other one that has line. Do you know the one with line like this? Like a mountain. It has it has dots and then line like this. That one is also another kind of graph. But in your book for grade 3, we will just be having picture graph and bar graph. For this week, we will have picture graph. So, what is a picture graph? A picture graph is also called a pictograph. Sometimes you will see it as pictograph or picture graph. They are the same. Okay, this one is an example of a picture graph. It uses pictures to represent data. Like, for example, instead of writing 1, 2, 3, sometimes when you count, you only do like this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Sometimes we do like that. For the picture graph, we use pictures to represent the number. Okay? Sometimes we use pictures that can represent one object. Sometimes each picture represents 2, 3, 4, 5. It depends. Okay, I'll show you the parts
Oh.
of a. Yes,
Half like this.
let me see. Yes, yes, that's also a graph. The one with lines. Okay. Now, this one is called a picture graph. You will see pictures on a picture graph. A picture graph has a scale. Okay, this one is called the scale. You will see in the scale how many maybe how many children, how many objects, how many fruits, how many candies, okay, how many girls, okay, does each picture, one picture represent? Okay, the scale shows the quantity that each picture is representing. Like for example, this one, in the first line you see three pictures, three smiley faces. So each smiley face represents something. This one, for this picture graph, each smiley face is equal to 5 children. So every time you count the smiley face, you will count by 5. It's 5, 5, 5. So 5, 10, 15. These three smiley faces is equal to 15 children because that is the scale. The scale shows you that 1 is equal to 5. All right? The scales differ in every picture graph. Yes.
I
Okay.
come, teacher.
Okay. Now, it depends on the scale. Sometimes the scale shows it's equal to 1, it's equal to 2, equal to 10. So you have to check the scale before you can analyze, before you can understand the whole picture graph. Like for example, this one. In this line, how many children do these smiley faces represent? There are how many children? Hmm? In this
10.
line, 10, because this one is 5, this one is 5. How about on the third line? How many children do these
20.
smileys represent?
20.
20. Yes. Okay, now let's have an example. Let's analyze this one first. It says favorite musical instrument. This one is like the title of the graph. This is what the whole graph shows. It means the graph is all about the favorite musical instrument of children. So they ask how many children. So let's count first. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So it means in this graph, do you know survey? Survey is when you ask many people to vote. Do you know vote? Vote, for example,
No.
I vote for letter A.
Oh,
I
I
vote
know
for
both.
letter B.
I
I
know.
vote for letter C. So this one, they asked 45, right? 45 children to answer this. So they have to choose which one is their favorite musical instrument. Now they have three choices. These are the choices. They ask if they like the, what do you call this one? The violin,
Early.
or the drums,
Drum,
or the
keyboard.
keyboard, or the piano. So they had three choices. So someone who is making the chart surveyed. It means they asked one by one, which one do you like, violin, drums, or keyboard? So
I
if
only
this student said, I like violin, so you count one, and then how about you? What do you like? I like drums, so you put one score. How about you? I like keyboard. So they asked everyone. So all in all, they got 45 votes. And for the violin, how many votes did the violin get? How many children like violin?
15.
15 children likes violin. It means these children's favorite musical instrument is violin. And then how many votes did the drums get?
10.
10. 10 children like drums. And then For the keyboard, there were 20 children who liked keyboard. So this one shows you the voting. It's like the survey when you ask 45 people. You don't have to write everything like uh, student number 1 likes violin, student number 2 likes drums, student number 3 likes, and then up to 45. Sometimes you can just do like this and then you will understand it easier. And it's more fun because you can see pictures, right? And you don't have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 15. You can just use one picture for 5 children. You can change it if you want it to be easier. You can change one smile is equal to 10 children. Then you just have to write uh, one smiley and then half. You can make it half to represent 5. Let's have more examples. For example, in the scale, you can change one ball is equal to 10. So if the scale shows one picture is equal to 10, then how many balls are there in this group?
16.
There are 60.
60.
Another example, if one picture of candy is equal to 50,
Oh,
then how many candies are there?
OMG.
It would be
400. 100. 100.
Oh no, not correct, right?
no, it's not
It
correct.
should be 400.
400.
Yes, it should be 400. Not correct. Should be 400.
I times 50.
Okay. Now, let's analyze some more picture graphs or pictographs. This one. So we have this. What's the title of this picture graph?
Number of apples sold.
It means maybe the person who made this has a fruit shop, no? A fruit stand, and then he was able to sell so many apples for Mondays, within Monday to Friday. Yes.
I don't know one picture of the apple is how many
Yes. Later, we still don't have the scale. Okay, again, this one shows the number of apples sold from Monday to Friday. It means how many apples were sold for 5 days. So the scale is 1 apple is equal to 2 apples. So it means one picture is equal to 2. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. All right. So let us analyze. On Monday, how many apples were sold?
12?
12. You just count by twos, right? On Tuesday, how many apples were sold?
6.
Tuesday.
No. 10.
10.
Why?
8. No.
Next, how about on Friday? How many apples were sold on Friday?
16.
16. So, can I ask questions about this? So, the first question is, what does the graph show?
Number of apples sold.
Number of apples sold. Yes, you just write the title. Next. How many apples were sold on Tuesday?
8.
8 apples.
8 apples.
Correct. Next. How many apples were sold on Friday?
16 apples.
16 apples. Yes. How about this one? On what day did they make the greatest numbers of apples sold? When you say greatest, the
Friday.
most. Friday with 16 apples. On Friday with 16 apples. Yes. All right. Next. How many apples were sold in 5 days? How are we going to answer this?
Multiply.
How many apples were sold in 5 days? First, you have to count, right? You have to count how many apples are there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 pictures. But what will be the answer? There are 30
60.
pictures.
60.
Yes. 30 pictures times 2 because each picture is equal to 2. So 30 times 2 is 60
60.
apples. They were able to sell 60 apples within 5 days. All right, next, let's have another one. This one is a picture graph about a basketball game. So there were 4 players. Yes, there were 4 players who played basketball. Now, this one shows how many baskets made. It means how, when you say basket, how many times were you able to shoot the ball in the net? You understand?
Yes.
How many times?
Easy to shoot the ball.
How many times were you able to shoot the ball? So that is the picture graph. So one ball is equal to 5 baskets. It means, let us read the names first. This one is Lauren,
Lauren.
Bridget,
Bridget.
Alexis, and
Alexis.
Rose.
Rose.
So for example, Lauren has made how many baskets?
5
5 baskets.
baskets.
It means Lauren was able to shoot the ball 5 times. Do you understand? All right. Now let's have questions. The first one is, how many baskets did Alexis make during the game?
15 baskets.
Alexis got 3 pictures. So this one is 5, 5, 5. So we have 15 baskets. Next. Who has made more baskets? Alexis or Rose? More
Rose.
baskets.
Rose.
Alexis got 3, Rose got 4. So 15 and 20. So Rose got more with 20 baskets. Next, who made the most baskets?
Bridget.
Bridget with
Bridget.
40
baskets.
baskets. Correct. Next, how about the next one? We have here the number of girls in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 classes. Okay, number of girls in 5 classes. It means how many girls are there in the classroom. So maybe this is a girls' school. Maybe, no? Only girls because there are so many.
Teacher, I think they only separated for the girls.
Oh, yeah, but let's count them, no? So each picture is equal to 10 girls.
10 girls.
So look at this one. We have a half. They cut the girl.
It's 5.
So this one shows 5 because one whole picture is equal to 10. So if they made like this one means
It's the
5.
hair.
All right, this one means 5.
It's
So
the hair.
let's answer. How many girls are there in class 6?
There are
35.
Yes, 35 girls. Next. Which class has more girls? Class 6 or class 9?
Class 9. Class
Class
9.
9. Yes, this one has 35 and class 9 has
40.
40. Yes. Next, which class has the least girls? What do you mean by least? The
Class
smallest number.
7.
Class 7 with 20 girls only. Yes. Okay, now very easy, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let me
Teacher,
show
today
you.
not study paragraph.
Huh?
Today not study paragraph yet.
No, not yet. It's next week. This week we only have
Okay.
picture graph. So let's watch this video before we go to our games because I have many games for today about picture graph. So let's have picture graph.
Dear Grade 1 students, This is the chapter about picture and bar graphs. Boy's bedroom. The toys are all over the place. He doesn't know how many toys he has, what he has, and how many of each. I better organize this mess. He gets a pencil and paper and starts writing down his plan. Let's organize my toys. I will draw a special table called a graph to organize all of my toys. Now let's see. I have dolls, cars, teddy bears, and footballs. Now I will place similar toys together. I will place the teddy bears, dolls, cars, and footballs, each with the similar ones. Now that my toys are all organized, I will get on with my graph. I will place all the dolls, cars, teddy bears, and footballs in their correct columns on the graph. So now I know I use my picture graph to show my data in an orderly way. And now that I'm organized, I can answer questions easily. How many dolls do I have? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 dolls. How many cars do I have? I will count the cars that are in the car column. They are 5 cars. How many teddy bears do I have? Looks like I have 3. And how many footballs do I have? I have 2 footballs. Now, the trickiest question of all is, how many toys do I have? I can count all the toys to find out. I have 14 toys. Cool. Now it's your turn to answer. I asked my friends how they go to school. Remember, it's very important to read the question to know what you are looking for. Now, my friends either go on foot, by car, or by bus. Look at the table for a second. Let's answer the questions. How many friends go on foot? How many go by car? And how many go by bus? And finally, how many friends did I ask? I want to know the total number of friends who answered the question. If I count all the friends who answered, I will find that they are 12.
Okay, so let me show you first before we do the blue cat game. This one. Can you see?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes, yes.
So, how many students like dogs? If one paw shows one student.
What?
So, there's
One.
only one. Very easy. Next. Each paint represents one student. Student's favorite color. How many students like magenta?
It's 3.
3 students. Very easy. There's only one, no? How many students like cats?
2.
Very easy. Which activity is liked by exactly 5 students?
Biking.
Biking. Which activity is liked by 1 student?
One student is painting.
Painting. And I think this last one. Which instrument is liked by 1 student?
Trumpet.
Trumpet. Okay, now let's go to our Block It game. Very easy. You have the picture and you have the scale at the bottom and then you have the answers. Okay. So, Chayanan, what do you want? Chayanan, choose. Huh?
I want fishing frenzy.
Fishing. Chalika, what do you want?
Blue.
Chalika, which one do you want? Chalika doesn't want to choose. Huh?
Factory.
Which one? Factory?
Yes.
Oh, how about Natakit? Which one do you want? Natakit.
Tower defense.
Power defense. Why no one gets the same? How about Ayong Kun? Which one do you want?
Factory.
Factory. So we have 2 votes for factory already. Let's try factory. Do you know how to do this factory?
No.
I know how to do this, teacher. If you answer and then it's correct, and then it would have a bar, and then if you answer 3 questions correct, it would let you choose the character you want.
Oh, it's like you're breeding the character. You're making more and more. Look.
If yes,
อันนี้จะช่วยปลดล็อกคาแรคเตอร์แบบพวกตัวละครน่ะเหรอ
ใช่
Go. Game ID 164581.
หุ้นตลาดเงินดิจิตอลตก
Faster. 11 players. 1 minute and I will click start. Ready? Okay, start. Who is high? Go.
It's me. It's me.
Who? Who's me? Natawata.
Yes.
Okay, go. 4 minutes 30 seconds. Three minutes 30 seconds. What happened? Two minutes 20 seconds. One minute 45 seconds. Twenty seconds. Five, four, three, two, one. And we have Hoodies, Chayanan, and Kitpumet. Okay. Now let us go to our live worksheet. Can you see the live worksheet?
Yes.
Okay, so you just have to write your name, grade, and number. We have here a chart which shows we have a picture graph which shows the favorite pets of how many kids? So we have one picture represents 5 kids. Okay? One picture represents 5 kids. So for the dog, we have this cat, fish, and bunny. Number 1, what is the pictograph about? What is the pictograph about?
Favorite
Favorite pets. How many kids like cats?
15.
15. Which pet has the most votes?
Dog.
Dog. Which pet has more votes, fish or bunny?
Fish.
Fish. And then,
5.
what is the difference between the cat and bunny's votes?
5.
5. And that's so easy. That's it.
I wait.
There.